Ravindra ji, good morning. Ravindra ji?
Hello, good morning all.
Good morning.
Good morning all.
Yeah, good morning, Rivya.
Not Trivia. Sorry. It's Racha actually. I'll just
Richa.
change.
Oh, okay, I'm
Richa.
sorry.
Okay. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Good morning. Hey, don't call me ma'am, please. Call me
Okay,
Racha.
okay,
And Rivia is my daughter, so I just
okay,
Oh,
okay. I thought someone new joined today, so
no, it's Racha. I don't know why Ravindra ji is not responding. Ravindra ji, can you hear us? So how's everything going on in the classes?
Hello, good morning, good evening, how are you?
Fine,
morning.
Raviji.
good
Thank
morning,
you.
Ravindraji.
Good morning. Good evening.
Whatever applicable. That's
Whatever suits to anyone,
yeah,
right?
yeah. No problem. Great, great. Yes, I believe I'll welcome Richaji. She's going to take our Agile Scrum capsule as we've discussed. Richaji, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir. I'm good.
Great, great, great. So please give me 30 odd minutes, or so that we can just revise whatever we had a discussion last time. You could be also part of it, means you can also discuss and all. We just trying to wrap up overall BA
Mhm.
QS Cup. So we are trying to understand what are the different roles are supposed to be, or what are the different challenges we face as in BA, and then we're going to learn the overall process framework. That's how overall proceed.
Yeah, yeah, sure. You can take whatever time you want.
No, no, no.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
Yeah, I know. I feel this is like encroaching on whatever you must have thought of. But yeah,
No,
please.
no, no, no. It's okay. It's okay, Ravindra ji. You may please go ahead. Don't worry.
So let's start. Anybody have any questions as of now? Yeah, pardon me. I was not able to share that PPT again. I'll share with you most probably within a couple of hours, and you'll have those things. I believe you got the videos and everything, right?
Yes, we got. Thank
Great.
you.
Last, like since past through 2-3 days, those videos are not sent yet.
No, no, those also I shared.
Mhm.
Okay, you want to okay. I don't want you to confuse with all those testing type, as I told you, right? So whenever we are basically near interview, we'll exactly relate to the correct nomenclature depending on the organization, because we have all these correspondent in organizations, so they can guide us better rather than me giving you the testing labels. As I told you, right, there are certain what you can say discrepancy in labeling the testing processes, so I don't want you to confuse. So I'm basically restraining myself from doing that thing. If you want, I can share that those video as well, no problem in that. Only the thing what I really request is, don't go by the labels. Unit
Okay.
testing is fine, but there are let's say module testing, component testing, they use this label quite liberally. Some organization might have some strict measures, or the way they build their what you can say quality management system, they use labels as they feel right for, because this is where the theory meets practical kind of scenario. So there are certain my boss said so and those kind of scenarios, so we need to go with that rather than doing some theories at it based kind of scenario. So we need to tweak a bit whenever we basically on the shop floor whenever we work, and that's why I am kind to keep overall having the correct labels to the correct process, and those contradictions. So bear with me on that. Don't worry, we'll be there, and you'll have enough ample of thought process to label anything, frankly speaking, as far as test process go. We have learned that much, so don't worry on that part.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, no problem. Let's quickly revisit how do we feel about BA responsibilities. What we do as in BA, we collect requirements. That's our prime work. that's how we start. We collect requirement from client. If you are working for a client, we collect requirement within organization. If you are working as a strategic BA, right? So those kind of scenario. Then we detail this functionality. We elicit this functionality. We build some diagram called use case diagram. We build some diagram called HLD diagrams, where I really build a bird's eye view, where I'm trying to have a requirement on one side, solutions on other, and just try to relate what are the solutions I can give it in. It's a bird's eye view. That's what I do. And I have, even I build those Excel sheet which are required to substantiate my claim, whatever I did as in research, why this is better, why this is not better, and those kind of scenarios, right? So normally as an BA, three things are very necessary: use case diagram, HLD, and Excel sheets. So if you know this, and Word, of course, because we build in a Word template, right? And understanding of a solution, that's we know, because we are all senior enough to understand what do you mean by solution, right? We have seen how we depict a solution. Means everybody have explained at least one type of solution. Whatever I normally do is that me as an BA working at Infosys goes to a State Farm with my sales manager and trying to build a solution for them to enhance their attendance management system. That's what we basically carried forward throughout the training program, and we'll have those workshop on those lines in our last big workshop, which will be span around a week. And you'll have enough time, and we'll basically sit individually to understand the shortcomings, how can build better thought process, better aligned with the BA actual life event, those scenario, right? So that's what we discuss. What we do normally, we make sure we maintain or we enhance the customer satisfaction, and we have some tools additionally on top of these 3-4 things what I say are necessary. These are called traceability checks, or RTM, requirement traceability matrix, or the way you want to process this. Please pardon me for correct pronunciation, because I am not in US right now, so there could be some cultural changes in terms of labeling a word. So I believe Rudra was a right person to pronounce that correctly. So let's discuss those things whenever we can, and we can adopt those actual on ground cultures, right? So that's how I want me as an BA to be flexible, to be growing enough, learning enough wherever I join. So me working as a BA, theory does fits fine. Only the practical applicability does matter, because whatever boss say is normally right in the life, because he basically comes from a background of that organization, so he knows whatever support we can leverage, we can get. So whoever you attach to as a reporting officer, mostly I think it will be a project manager, or there could be some even CIO in some matters, CTO in some matters, and there are plus and minus here. There could be sales manager as well. So let's not go by the overall label in that position, but the personality which you normally closely work with is the most important part. Might be a senior BA you might report to. So if you report to senior BA, I'll believe you are the luckiest, because then senior BA will not be very senior enough to ask any question, but you can closely work with him or her, so that you could learn the most basically. Yeah, the work will be a bit what you can say non-innovative in those scenarios, because senior BA will do all the major thought process, and he or she can guide you on how to fill the template first, and that's how the work culture will progress. But if you are reporting to CEO, CTO, then you'll have quite a big responsibility on your shoulder, so that you're going to talk to the client, you're going to revisit him, you're going to call you're not going to visit him, because we are normally working in remote. So you normally plan the call like this: Zoom meeting, Google Meet, and there are dime a dozen type of communication technology right now, or you can just pick up your mobile and call him. The best thing is we need to record whatever we are communicating, because we tend to forget things, right? So to get the requirement, to get all the requirement, we should basically try to record whatever we are speaking to the client, so that I'll not have a requirement creep or requirement skip. There are various labels they call it in a real world. We shouldn't miss a single smaller requirement or smaller wish list also. Okay, and that's why we can use Excel sheet, and we build something called qualified requirement. We build this qualified, unqualified, performance, non-performance type of requirement. We include those in a SRS, and we'll put a reason why not, those kind of scenario. So me as an BA, I start from requirement, I elicit those requirement, I evolve those requirement, build use case diagram, build a high level diagram, produce any documents, any links, or any Excel sheet, so that whatever I have created as a vision to substantiate that claim that this vision is the best suitable for the development team, I build these things. So I build SRS, I build system requirement specification. It can be from a single mail, it can be from a Minisoft meeting, or it can be from a voice recording as well. So I build requirements in SRS. SRS is template given by my organization where I work for. So it's mostly fill in the blank. I include this requirement, I include this use case diagram, I include this high level diagram which I have thought out in SRS, and present it to the senior management team. And then from there they can give it to the development team. They have their revenue sanction process, budget sanctioning process, and so on and so forth whenever I present those things. Okay, so presentation is also one of the most important part of my work, because that's how my work gets result. Me as an BA is a very critical position, because I tend to build engagement or break engagement. I try to create a vision for new project, product, or services. So my thought process has to be clear enough. My thought process has to precise enough so that the development team will have the least possible jitter. But nowadays we work in iterative environment. So we have quite a few iterations. We have at least 4 or 5 meetings, 4 or 5 remote calls like these. And I can get my requirement really clarified step by step. So that's also another opportunity which I have. So nowadays, BA's work culture has been a bit, what you can say, innovative rather than previously, because previously you used to talk once or twice or max thrice to the client, and whatever client said, you're going to continue with that till you build the SRS as in first release. So after that, whenever the development team takes over, then you will have another, clarification whenever you require. And between that, at least there's a, weeks or 3 weeks period where the SRS is not iterative. So it was released and stopped there because of the approval processes, because of the others inception, and so on and so forth. But nowadays, whenever that project initiation happens, normally kickstart happens in a week's time mostly, or if not 2 weeks time. That's how the quick things are moving now because of the agility, right? So, and Richaji will basically guide us on how the agility works, how we basically take it from a kickoff, ribbon cutting ceremony for a project, and how it moves basically step by step. We see the SDLCs, we try to understand the various steps, labels like requirement gathering, analysis phase, then we have something called design phase, then we have something called construction, as well as testing phase, then we have release phase, and overall maintenance or support phases. So these phases basically, they are not sequential now, they are iterative. So we have these phases going in parallel at various stages. And as an BA, I'm a creator of a SRS, but I'm in advisory capacity for most of the other things, right? Including the FRS. I am approval authority for FRS. So I normally approve, or I normally give comments in the functional requirement specification, so that whatever my comments, they are at highest, highest criticality, because me as an BA, I have built that vision. I have created that vision. I have nurtured that vision to a level where development team can take it from me, right? Any contradiction, any challenges of thinking over here? Anybody wants to ask any question? Please go ahead. So I'll take everybody understood? Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Great. Let's go ahead. Now, just to understand a role in QAQC, I'm in an advisory capacity. I do review FRS functionality. I can be an active part in functional testing. That's what we see. So I check the functional and non-functional testing. Functional in the sense, when I'm saying I'm going to enhance the attendance application, attendance workings overall in state farm, I need to make sure whatever vision I have created is in line with whatever we have thought earlier, or how that solution has been evolved, so that State Farm will help in enhancing the overall attendance management system. Their attendance management system in various offices. We also had a look at about how we made it global, how we made it 24/7, how we included or deployed on a cloud. So me as an BA, I can go or walk the extra mile to make sure the satisfaction, whatever we promise to the client, are being achieved, or we are in line, or we are working towards that. So those kind of scenario. So I talk to the stakeholder, and that's how I'm a most visible position for a given product, project, or services, right? So me as an BA, whenever to be in a seniority chair, I want to understand the other phases. I want to I want to build my checks and balances. I need to plan my analysis in such a way that whatever vision I have been created, the solution, the project, product, or services, it's in line as per the business requirement which I have conceived, which I have built and represented in SRS, right? Any confusion on this prime job responsibility for a BA? Anybody want to say something? He want to use his words? Please go ahead. Anybody want to express themselves, what I'm saying right now, what they feel as in BA's responsibilities? I know for, for Leena ma'am, for Swati ma'am, this could be for Deepika ma'am as well. This could be a bit, overwhelming. So please bear with me. I believe you are still trying to understand what BA does, how BA does. So, we'll come at these entity by one, and we'll do this on our own. That's how we work basically, right? So we're going to start from 14th of December, and you'll learn each of these things. So please, hold on your breath right now. Let's try to understand from someone is who want to go ahead, who want to express what BA does in, let's say a couple of sentences. Anybody? Pavni madam, do you want to go ahead, please?
Yes. What BA does in a QA QC you are asking about there?
No, totality.
Totality, yeah. What is a BA does mean? BA role can gather the requirements from the stakeholders and analyze that, and analyze the requirements from the client, and take what is the think about that, what the requirements, and what the requirements, and does make the solutions for the requirements, and make the solutions for the requirements, and discuss with the team members, and what and solve that problems what they have, and we can solutions make a solutions through the diagrams like use case and HLD diagrams, and give to the stakeholders back, make a solutions, and give to that QA QC. We can go how their role, we can give it to the QA who are doing the QA role, so they can make that the what is the problem, still we have to figure it out, and what else do we need the solution for the problems.
Right. There are a couple of issues here. We normally hand it over to the development team. See, me as an BA, I'm part of development team. But the way we say is basically, see, these words play a. It's not as crucial. It's not right or wrong. Right. As in business, you work for business. You help the development team. That's how we see it. So we don't go to a QA/QC level. We don't hand it over to the QA/QC. We hand it over to the project team, or we hand it over to the development team. That's how we say it. Because project manager is a person who is going to take it over from me, right? He is the correct person who takes the baton from me, to be precise.
Okay, we can hand over to the lead, right? Whoever
leader. That will be more appropriate. Yeah,
who are leader, like project manager or leader, we can give it to that what we make the solutions for the requirements, and they can submit to the QA/QC, that who are taking that quality assurance and quality control. So that's sorry, I missed that problem.
No, leader is right part. Leader, because he can be a designer, because sometimes PM might be normally PM handles couple of project managers, so normally there could be some system designer, or there could be some solution architect. These guys come to your table and they sit with you. They normally take this SRS, you review with them, means they go one by one, throughout these paras, chapters, functionalities, and then they build their own understanding. you normally record these things. This is what after your presentation. So when CEO, CTO, the project sponsor or product owner says, comes up, ki, BA, you're good. Whatever you thought is lying with my business. And now let's have this 10 million and get this thing started. So after this, these are the steps. So we hand it over to the development team. That's what we normally say, or the leader is the right word. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Rudra,
Thank
do you want to basically share your thought process?
Yes. So the BA would get the SRS or the business requirements from the stakeholders, and then align them with, I guess, the developers. I guess what they can do. I forgot how to say that, but
I think you couldn't get your tea or coffee today.
right.
You say BA will get SRS, BA creates SRS, BA gets BRD.
Oh,
See,
BRD.
these words does have an importance, because these short forms, if we are using, we need to be a bit careful on that. And please don't feel otherwise. I totally respect. I believe we should have. I've shown you one diagram. To put it in your cubicle. I'll show it again. Don't worry. So those kind of scenario where I can clearly, or what I'll really request you or suggest you after this class today, try to put down this thing in a word, try to draw a diagram, what we get as in BA. So we get BRD, business requirement document. Okay. So whenever we are using these short forms, we need to be a bit, what you can say, put some extra, thoughts into that. BA get BRD, BA builds SRS, use case diagram, HLDs, and Excel sheet, and then present it to the, this is a part of overall FRS, functionality requirement specification, business requirement document, BRD, SRS, system requirement specification. That's the responsibility of a BA, and it gets converted to FRS, functionality requirement specification, or functionality requirement document, as the organizational quality management processes defines it. Does that make sense, Rudra?
Yes. And
Pardon me for stopping in between. Please go ahead.
no, that's good. Yes, I meant BRD from the stakeholders, and
Right.
then we build the SRS. The BA builds the SRS.
Perfect.
Gives it to the developers. Basically, he's the person, or she's the person who communicates between the stakeholders and the developers. And
Perfect. Yeah. If you say this in your interview, you pass the interview. And stakeholder is the right word, because rather than client, because I can be a strategic BA. So I am just trying to understand or trying to make my processes within my organization better. It happens, right? So stakeholder is very, very, very correct. Thanks to you, Rudra. Do you want to add anything to that?
Yes, thank you, sir.
No problem. Okay. So let's go ahead. Anybody else want to express themselves? Lina ma'am, do you want to say something in terms of what you understand? Lina ma'am stepped out or what? Okay, no problem. Okay, why I was asking Lina ma'am, because she's running a business. So she has the most experienced person in terms of, understanding the business. And as a business analyst, I need to understand business so that I can serve better. I can, really understand the business requirement in those criticality. That's why. Okay, let's go ahead, because yes, we need to hand it over as well. So then we, talked about KPI, KRA. We discussed it a bit, right? So key performance indicator. These are the labels normally used depending upon organizational culture for assigning it kind of, performance parameters within the organization. So KPI is basically key performance indicator. So what's expected out of a role is normally mentioned in the KPI. KRA is basically how it will be calibrated. So when I say I want you to be happy, that's my KPI. I want to be happy at the level of 8 to 9. That's my KRA. So these are key result area. So once you achieve this key result area, you are normally qualified as, past that benchmark kind of scenario. So this is how the KRA, KPI are labeled. Again, these are organizational dependence. So rather than I'm giving you specific numbers for each and everything, the organizational QMS will guide you on that. Normally, these are mentioned for test result benchmark, So KPI can be, I need to have at least 99% of test cases passed. We've seen the test cases, right? Each and every smaller unit functionality is normally a test case. So when I have around 350 odd test cases, and out of that at least 300 and how much 347 or 345 to be passed, to actually call the to actually make that solution releasable or qualified to release, and those kind of scenario. So my benchmark for test cake is basically I need to have KPI of 99% test cases to be passed. This is really stringent. I want to go to a level where I want to really hammer these KRA and KPI things, so that as in words, you can understand in a depth, because this can be scenario whenever you're on job day one, they'll start discussing about these things, because nowadays all the appraisal processes, as well as personal KPI and KRA, they explain in induction program. Okay, so the KPIs and KRA will be set for a BA as well. So they could guide you. Basically, your KPI is basically releasing the SRS in 1 week, 1.5 week, and so on and so forth. Your KRA can be clearly it should be a concise, complete enough with all the requirements whatever client have shared with you. So something like that, sir. Something like that. So I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to explain you the importance of KPI and KRA. So we should know these words. We should use these certain words whenever you can use it in your communication. It's plain and simple. This is English, but these are the technical words which we are going to use day in and day out. So as in BA, I need to take my communication to that level, so that I can be really respected as a senior BA, right? So for that, I need to put some extra efforts in this, KRA and KPI kind of labelings, right? Any questions for me at this moment? Yes, and then we discussed about these various certification for BA. So for BA, we have 3 certification from International Institute of BA's Business Analysis, IIBA as it referred, ECBA, CCBA, and CBAB, right? We are ready for CCBA as of today, but still we want to work around with our English linguistic for a BA, and we want to work around how to capture the concise complete requirement. Those are the 2 items which I think we are going to work on, or we're going to stress them extra whenever we do our final workshop, right? And that's where overall the agility, the scrum, and those framework is going to help us walking along our side. Then we have something called one of the exams from PMI as well. So PMI, PBA, Professional Business Analyst. This is also one of the exam. But if you are going towards be a project manager, this is the correct exam for you. We discussed on this thing yesterday, right? So let's try to we have wrapped up overall what business analysis is, how business analysts take part in quality assurance as well as quality control, right? And we also discussed overall. I missed H. We had also discussed the certification for BA, so that we can start thinking on that. You don't have to achieve everything on a day one, but we should basically get aligned ourselves. If you want to do overall, if you're getting ready for an exam, if you can get it done before your interview, that'll add really a great value to overall stepping up, because there could be a scenario where organizations specifically mention for a certification, or whenever they try to compare candidates, you'll have a cutting edge if you have certification at all. Okay, so that's that. You can really start working on this first entry level BA as of today. Each and everything. Only I believe you might get confused in the words, so that could be a challenge. So reading those BA book will do help. So whenever you have time, do read those BA books, which is basically from IIB itself, and the exams are based on that book. I have shared that book. If you want, I can share again, or if anybody have with them, they can share with the group again. It's a copyright from IIBA. What I have shared was an older version, and that's specifically for reading and reference only. You shouldn't share with outside world. You can share with within your home. That's okay. but it's a copyright I've shared for learning and reading purpose. Okay, I believe we as an participant, we basically stick to copyright laws. We can share the material for reading or reference purpose only, not for commercial gain, and that's what we are doing. So sharing those material for reading or reference purpose, it's fine with copyright law. We are not generating money out of it. We are trying to improve our knowledge, and that's basically out of the purview of copyright law, right? So yes, anybody have any questions as for me at this moment?
Sir, I have not about this subject. So, could you have any practical questions like CCB examine? And do you have
I couldn't understand. Could you please repeat yourself again?
Do you have any practical questions like like exam before examine we can do the practical questions?
Yes, you'll have a question bank, ma'am. Please don't worry. And
Oh,
about
okay.
practicality, BA is collecting requirement. That's all it matters.
Oh,
So
okay.
we understood the scenario, right? Means we have discussed a practical scenario of you being a BA, going with your sales manager to the State Farm, right? You being an employee of Infosys, working or accompanying your sales managers to a meeting where we are discussing the requirement for State Farm for enhancing their requirement attendance management system, right? That's a practical example. That's a kind of practical approach, and we do everything practical. Theory is the least of my worry, because in BA as such there's no theoretical things. You do with your visions, you do with your thought processes. That's the best thing about BA. So there's the least amount of technicality involved. The mostly whatever you think, mostly whatever you understand, mostly whatever you put in the document, that's the result, and that's the best part of this role, believe me. Means you get to work so much on your thought process. You get to learn so many new things, be it about product, be it about domain, be it about business by itself. So that's the best beauty of this role, believe me, and you'll enjoy this. Means this is one of the most satisfying career as in BA. Means I've seen there are around 60-year-old BA, and they are really happy, because as far as stress goes, if you put in efforts at correct place, you will not have stress. But if you look at something like project management, if you look at something like sales management, they have their strict limitations where they have to work in. But as an BA, I'm quite open in terms of understanding business, understanding the going at the depth of it, going at the height of it, so that I can really create a vision which can be very beneficial to the both the organization, for that matter. Because if I suggest costly items, the top line goes up. I don't want to go there. There is something called top line and bottom line. Top line is basically, how do you put it? Do we have anybody who is from finance background? See, what I want to really stress out is BA have no limits in terms of thought processes or building vision. Nobody clarifies or nobody limits a BA for their thought process or for their understanding. So this is the best part of it. So whatever we are doing everything practical on ground. Does that make sense for you, ma'am?
Sir, I'm asking about that certification of sample questions.
Okay. No, you'll get the sample questions. I don't want to confuse you right now, and I don't want to break your learning stream. So let Richa
sure.
madam take it, and whenever we
yeah.
do workshop, sir, no problem.
Sorry if I asked that before.
No. See, no sorry for question asking. We are learning. Even I do ask questions, right? I think I am the person who asking question mostly. So please don't bother. And I respect for asking question, and keep asking question, because that's how we're going to learn. Otherwise, if you keep it to yourself, you'll be struggling, right? So please don't do that. We are here to learn, and if you ask any question, I might say कि नहीं ये ठीक नहीं लगता, बाद में answer करते. But overall, asking question, please don't stop yourself. Any other questions for me at this moment?
At this
Okay,
moment,
I'll just make Richa ma'am host, and she can. How do you make a host? Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Ravindra ji.
No problem. No problem.
And the first thing which I want to share with all of you, that please don't hesitate in asking questions. It's your right You need to ask the questions. That's why we can understand you how much you are getting points. Like we are saying, we are trying to understand you few things, and if you are not getting it, then you need to stop us and ask the questions. Because see, on the online courses, this is the major challenge, that where we don't find the connectivity. If you don't talk, will not get the connectivity between us. Okay, so if you have any single question, please stop and ask it then and there only. Okay, it's a request for each and everyone. Okay, sorry, Ravindra, you were saying something.
No, it's okay. It's a perfect thing. I think, that's how we should start. And you're doing quite great, ma'am. Please go ahead. Please. I'll be a silent, listener now. I'll try to learn Agile as well a bit.
Okay,
Please go ahead.
okay,
Please
okay.
take it
Thank
off.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, good evening, all. We'll start afresh now. And I'm Richa Saxena. I'm working with an MNC and having around 10 years of experience into IT. And as a Scrum Master, I'm having around 4.5 years of experience. And for last 2.5 years, I'm also working as a corporate trainer. Okay, for Scrum, basically for Scrum, Agile and Scrum. Okay, so that's a short introduction of mine. I would request you all to also give your introduction, so that I'll be aware of your background and from where I need to start. Okay, is it good to each one of you?
Sure, Richa.
Thank you so much. So we'll start with you only, Usha. You responded first, so we'll start with your with your back introduction.
Sure. As you know, my name is Usha.
Mhm.
I am working as an IT recruiter from last 7-8 years. So
Okay.
yeah, I am on H4 EAD here. So like every 2-3 years, I have to leave my job, and again, once I get my EAD back, I have to start it again. So I am really done with this thing. So I want to change my career from recruitment to a BA. So
Okay.
that's the reason I am looking out for this training, and it's really, I believe it's like helping me, and I have learned a lot in this training.
Oh, great efforts, Ravindraji. Okay.
Ravindraji can answer this question very well, like how much Usha talks. So
No, that's good actually. See, this is the major challenge for trainers also on the online trainings, that we don't get the like when we have the offline classes, where we get to know whether the person is getting involved or not, whether
yes,
the person is
it's
understanding the
difficult.
thing which we want to make him understand. That is very difficult on online classes. So that's a major challenge.
That's
Okay,
true. That's true.
and we cannot have the video calls at every time, because it will take more bandwidth, and few people will have the bandwidth issue, and then it will go like we are getting on and off in the training session. So that's why we have to go on only on audio sessions. So that's the challenge, but we'll see how we will overcome of this. Okay, so thank you so much, Usha, for your introduction.
Thank you.
Yeah, so next, who will be the next?
Yeah, I'll go next. My name is
Yeah,
Sheetal
sure.
Banda,
Yeah,
and
Sheetal.
I haven't worked ever before. I did work for a friend. I helped a friend in his company as a HR,
Okay.
niche soft solutions.
Okay.
So that was just like an experience for me. I worked about a year or something for him,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing apart from that. So this would be the very first career job for me in my career
Okay.
life. So
Okay.
the learning this thing was pretty interesting
Mm-hmm.
uh, so far. we are able to understand and grab really well with the help of Ravindraji.
Mm-hmm.
So hope to get to the destination where we are planning to start
Yeah,
to land.
definitely.
Sorry.
We all will work together and will try to get you in this on your destination.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Next, who want to go? Deepika ji.
Hi, good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
So I work in M&T Bank as a 14 and a half years.
Okay.
And now I'm thinking to changing my career. It's too long in a banking. So I want to go in IT. So IT, I don't have any knowledge, but
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I learn from here something and I can get in.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next, who wants to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my name is Rudra, and I've been working in IT for about a year or so now,
Mhm.
and just constantly learning. I want to expand my skills to
Mhm.
make more money, honestly, and pursue my own passions. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. Great, Rudra. Next, who wants to go on?
Yeah, this is Santosh Karande. I'm in Georgia now. So I've been working for the healthcare industry like pharmaceutical, diagnostic, and the hospital for around 15 plus
Mhm.
years. And
Mhm.
after that, I've been here like in United States. Now here we have our own business, the two convenience stores. So my wife Revati and me are here in these classes, and we have learned a lot from Ravindraji. We
Thanks to
never,
Ravindraji.
yeah, and we never work in IT industry. We work in the
Okay.
healthcare industry as a business development manager. So
Mm-hmm.
in the India and the United Arab country,
Okay.
and after that we are here.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
Yeah, it's been 2 years we are working at a convenience store here.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thank you so much for your
Thank you,
introduction.
Richa.
Thank you, Richa. Thank you very much.
Ah. Hi, ma'am. This is Pavni. Did you
Hi,
hear?
Bhavni.
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. This is Pavni, and this is very new to me. But I never worked before this in IT program in IT, and not in IT. I never worked before that. I don't have any experience in anything. So this is the first step to me in this.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And yeah, Ravindra sir, he is helping me a lot too in this. So hopefully, I have a good idea about this a year now because of him. And yeah,
No
so
worries. No worries.
this is the things going on. We'll see how it will go for the Agile program. I have to understand, but I'm uh, see how it will go. Really, I can understand or not in the yeah.
No, definitely you'll understand that. Don't worry on that part.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
And please don't call me ma'am, please. I just don't. Okay. Call me Richa. It's a very short name, not a lengthy name. Richa. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Please. Uh, I think next is Swati.
Hi Richa, this is Swati Datar. I'm
Hi,
from
Swati.
I'm from commerce background and I have worked in India in ICICI Bank and one cooperative bank in Pune. And
Mm-hmm.
here recently I have received my work permit, so it is to work and get connected with Devji to start my new career. And here I am for a BA course, and IT is totally new for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. No worries. I think we are done with the introduction of all.
I think
Yeah,
everybody is
almost.
done.
Yeah, almost everybody done. Okay, so so it's good that we are starting afresh, and most of you are not from IT background, so that is also not a big deal. IT and non-IT works in the same way. The only thing is how fast you can grab the new culture of the industry, and nothing apart from that. You have the work experience, you are matured enough, you know how to adjust, and the only thing would be the like your work culture would get different. Okay, so I'll start with one short video, and then we'll talk on that video. Okay,
Sure.
let me share screen. Please do let me know if you are able to see my screen. Is it
Yes,
Now
we
we
can
can
see.
okay? So please try to understand this video, what we are trying to say with this, and then we'll discuss. Okay?
Sure. Richa, have you started the video?
We are not seeing anything.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
we
showing
don't
us
even
your
hear it.
desktop.
Yeah, we don't
Oh,
even. Yeah.
wait.
You have to start and share that movie application. That's the challenge. I'm
Just,
sorry, I forgot to mention that.
no, it's okay. It's okay.
This has happened with me as well. For Google, it takes the focused application, but here you need to share that particular application with the Zoom. That's a different scenario.
Okay, let me try. Now you can see something apart from my desktop.
Yes,
Yes, we
yes,
can
yes.
see.
Now you can play the video.
Okay. Is it visible?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. It was good.
Good. What are your observations on it? Just stopping share. Stop sharing my screen. Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Tell
very
me.
positive. It was very feel good. I liked the video. It was nice.
Okay.
In
Any
each drawing,
observation?
yeah,
Yeah.
in each drawing there is a creativity, new things. We
Mm-hmm.
can see that
So
the
when you
drawing.
give them more time to them, so the creativity comes out from the each and everyone.
We get
Yes.
more time, we
Yeah.
can think more and we can create.
Yes. Yes. So what happens when you give the timeline to someone else? That would be a pressure on that person, right? If you say to your kid that you need to finish this homework within an hour, so it will be a pressure on your kid that mama or papa has told me to finish this within 1 hour, but that was not the that is not the comfort zone for him or her, right? And when you give, and when if the thing is like you ask your kid that how much time will you take to complete this homework, so he or she will answer you like, I'll take 2 hours or 3 hours to finish this off, and that will be like his comfort zone. That would not be a pressure on your kid, right? I'm taking a very generic example to make you understand what I try to say, right? So in agile also what happens, we don't estimate for other people. We ask the individual of our team to estimate for their task. Okay, I think it's a bouncer for you all. Estimations and all you don't understand now.
Can you repeat the last part?
Right? Sorry?
Sorry, can you repeat the last line, please?
Okay, you know about estimations and all?
A little, but not in depth.
Not in just, okay. So you just take it in a generic way, like the time to finish their task. Okay, I'm talking about this. So in IT, we take we take it as estimations. We call it as estimation. Okay, I'll explain it in detail in later slides or classes.
If I am not wrong, estimation means we are estimating like in how much time the project a project is going to finish. Like if we are doing SRS, if we are building SRS, so we need to give the estimate to the program manager, like this SRS will be completed in given number of time. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is related to the you're talking
Yes.
in terms of like the complete project estimation.
Yes.
I am talking about the individual's task.
Okay.
Within the project, there are multiple tasks. Okay, if you
Yes.
want to develop a thing in terms of a developer, if he or she is going to develop something, so they also need to give the estimation for their each task.
Yes, whatever work we are doing, it's not only
Yes.
for this thing. Whatever work,
Mhm.
whether we are in IT or non-IT, it does not matter. So there should be an
Yes.
estimate that we are going to finish that particular
Finish
task
this
in this
point.
given period of time.
Yes, right. The same example I have taken for the kids' homework. Like
Yes.
we are forcing our kid to finish this off within an hour. We have not asked the kid how much time he or she will take, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
when we give the estimation to our kid that you need to finish this within an hour, this is a pressure on your kid, right? It may happen that your kid will finish it within 15 minutes or half an hour, but this will like mom has told me to finish this within an hour. This will go on and on his mind, and he and she will feel the pressure, right?
Yes, yes,
Am I correct?
yes. But if we take it in the lighter sense, no, if we give 1 hour to the kids, they will think like, Mom, you're torturing us.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
The same thing. Like you are giving the pressure on your kid. And if you go and ask your kid that, Beta, how much time will you take to complete this? So he or she will say like, I'll finish this within 3 hours, or in the evening I'll complete this. Like this. This is also the estimations. Okay. So in Agile, we ask the individual to estimate for themselves. In Agile, we'll go and ask the kid, please tell me how much time will you take to complete your homework. So this is how we work in Agile. Why? So video has correctly described it, that we don't want to create the pressure on our individual, on our teammates. Okay. So Agile is completely made of the general human behaviors. What is Agile? Agile, how a human behaves in particular situation. That survey has been done, and they have collected the general human behaviors on different situations, and accordingly they have came up with the Agile solution to develop the software. Okay. Okay, I'll share my.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'll share my presentation, so that will help you in understanding. Okay. So this is what we are going to do: basics of Agile and Scrum. Okay, as a BA, you need to understand what is Agile, and if you are following a Scrum, then how Scrum works, who is responsible for what, and how we ensure that we are following the Scrum in our team. Okay. In the current session, we'll have the agenda like introduction of Agile, what is Agile, why Agile is, and Agile manifestos. Agile manifestos like values and principles, and Agile benefits, when to use Agile and when to use waterfall. If you are not from the IT background, I'm not expecting that you people are aware of waterfall model as well. Are you aware of waterfall model?
Actually, Ravindraji,
We learned a
Sorry.
little bit. Ravindraji just explained what are all the agile methodologies are, and we know a little bit about waterfall. Like it's the grandfather of
Software industry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll try to explain you waterfall as well and Agile Scrum. Okay. So this would be the agenda for next few classes. Like, what is a Scrum, facts and fictions about a Scrum. There are so many myths in the industry about the Scrum. So I'll try to explain you all those things. What is the fact and what is the myth about it? Okay, and what all roles are involved into Scrum, and Scrum timelines, Scrum ceremonies, Scrum artifacts, and user story. What is user story? That user story is the major functionality of a BA. Okay, what all are the Scrum pillars, and we'll try to summarize it. And at the end of this, we'll try to have a self-assessment for each one of you. Okay, and don't worry, these sessions would be like very interactive, very fun. Fun over activities will be there. Okay. So this is waterfall. Okay. why this waterfall is in Scrum's session. Anyone?
To make us understand how waterfall works.
Right. Very much to the point. Okay, see the waterfall. The waterfall methodology is came from these waterfall behavior only. You can see the water is falling from the first step, and then the second step, and then third, and so on, right? Once the step has been passed away, then water cannot go up and again pass that step, right? It is going in in one direction only. That cannot go back to the previous step, right? The same way waterfalls methodology works. We have so many different phases in it, like requirements where BA works more, right? So we gather the requirements from the stakeholders, and then once the requirement gathering is completed, the entire requirement gathering is completed from the stakeholders, then only we move on to the next step, that is analysis. First step will not get completed until and unless we get the entire requirement from the stakeholder. We cannot move on to the analysis phase until and unless the complete requirement gathering is completed. Okay. Then we do the analysis, like SRS. You may create the SRS and all. Okay. Then we move on to the design part. Here comes the part of the architects, where they design how the software will look like, how we can start on it, how the basic features and basic structure will get created by the architects, and then it will get handed over to the development team. Okay, then development team will develop the complete requirement of the software, and then once the complete requirement gets developed, testing part, it is handed over to the testers to test it. Okay, once the complete testing is done, then only it may move to deployment. Any doubt on this? You want deep understanding of this?
Yeah,
I'm good.
It's good.
it's good. But
Yeah, but
I guess if you could again explain it, it would be better.
okay. The same. You can see the image of waterfall, right? Once
Yes.
one step is passed on, water will not go again to that step, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same way, the waterfall, the software development goes into the IT industry. If we
So
are following the waterfall,
my
if we are
question
following,
is, my
Mhm.
question is, just in case if any queries or anything rises while we do this particular waterfall method, and we need to rectify the issues, and then do we continue the same way, or do we go back to the previous steps? Is there anything like maybe the design, or maybe the requirements were anything, whatever we gather, and the design is not as per that, so do we again redo the entire process, or
To get the
what?
requirement. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So once you get the requirement from the stakeholder, then you don't have the interaction with the stakeholders. Once you have entire requirement, okay, with
Hello, I can't hear you. Richa, are you talking?
yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible.
Okay. I don't know what happened with internet.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens in waterfall? You don't have the connectivity or interactions with the stakeholder for the entire development cycle. You have the interaction with the stakeholders only till requirements gathering and maybe till analysis, depending on the client's time availability, stakeholders availability. Okay.
Mhm.
So once that is done, you may not have the connectivity with the stakeholder.
Okay.
Whatever you have, whatever you have doubts within the requirements, you may ask till analysis phase. After that, you may not get the connectivity with the client, with the stakeholder.
Okay.
That is the major drawback in the waterfall.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking, that what if any issue rises up later in the designing phase or developmental phase? So
Yes.
what is the
So
thing
what
that,
happens?
yeah.
So what happens in this case? Like the stakeholder has told you to develop A. You understood it B, and you have passed it on to the development team, and they understood it to C, and they have developed according to them. Right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I'll give you one example. If you have seen, like what, e-commerce, will take the example of e-commerce site, any e-commerce site. Okay. On that, you may get the option of select all. Okay. If you create your cart, and while reviewing to your cart, you may have this option of select all. You can select a single product, and you can increase the quantity, or you can delete that product from your cart. That is also available, and you can select multiple options, multiple products from your cart. Okay, have you seen that option in any of, are you able to connect with this example or not?
Yeah.
Somewhat. Okay, I'll take another example. No issues. Okay, consider the an application is having multiple, like employees table, employees data is there. Okay, so we have multiple records in the employees data. We'll have the thousands of results. Okay, and we are displaying it on the grid. What happens? You have the option to select particular employee from the result. Okay, and you also have the option to select multiple employees from that result, from that list. Okay, so client has told you, or the stakeholder has told you, that I want them to select all options from the result, from the list. Okay, and this I want from a link, from the select all checkbox also. So what is your understanding on it? Like the both will work on the same way? The select all link and the select all checkbox, they should work on the same way? And we have some filter options also available to sort the list of the employees. So that is what we understood. Hello.
You're breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Yeah, I am also getting the message that internet is not stable. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I get you what you said.
Mhm. So what happened? Like the client has told you that I want select all option as in checkbox and as in link.
mm,
Okay. And you have some filter options also. I maybe it happens like the client has not thought that the people will get confused with these two options, whether they why these two options are available when the only option one option can work on this, right?
yeah.
And we have developed on the same way. When we were about to deploy our product, at that time client has reviewed our product and said, no, my intention was not the same for these two options. The
Mm,
select all link will select the entire list of the employer details, and the checkbox will only select the list which is getting displayed on the screen.
mm,
You're getting it?
yeah.
Like we have 100 employees record getting displayed on the screen, and we have thousands of employees detail. Okay.
Yeah.
So the checkbox will select only the 100 options which is visible to the end user, and the link will select the entire list of the employees.
Mm,
Okay. So here the his intention was clear,
yeah.
but we understood it in the other way and we developed accordingly,
Exactly. Exactly.
right?
Mm,
So when we are working into waterfall, so at the end of these complete cycle, we'll get to know that this is two different things. And now what will you do? Now again we will estimate for this requirement, we'll analyze this, that how much time this will take to get complete, and what is the impact of this functionality to the entire product. It seems very simple that this will select the displayed 100 numbers, and this link will select the entire list, but it is not like that. It will get impacted with the filters also. If we apply some filters on the list, then it will react differently. Okay, so we'll analyze which all areas are getting affected with this small changes, and then again we'll design on it. And once we get analyzed, we are done with the analysis, then again the contract negotiation, the amount part, everything will come into the picture.
yeah. This is what exactly my question is, that we go again from the beginning
Yes,
by
we'll
creating
go.
the requirements again,
Yes,
fresh
everything.
requirements.
Yes, everything will get affected with this a small change.
Yeah, that was my question actually. Yeah, got it.
Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, yeah.
So waterfall has the major drawback that where we don't have the connectivity with the stakeholder, so which may lead you to the different direction. Everyone has their own assumptions, their own like it may happen that while talking to you, I am into something else. I understood your problem differently and I have reacted you differently. It may happen. If we are talking, then you may stop me and say, no, no, Richa, my question was not this. My question was something else, right? What if we are having the written communication? what will happen? You send me the question, I'll reply you back in 2 or 3 hours, and then it may happen that you are busy and you have not seen my answer, and once you have seen the answer, then you reacted like, no, Richa, this was not my question was something else. How much time you got wasted into this? How much time we have wasted into this simple thing? 6-7 hours maybe. And while we are talking, what happens? It's just a matter of few seconds. If I am wrong, you may stop me then and there and then say, Richa, this is not my question was something else, right? Why this is simpler? Because we are connected. If we are not connected, then I'll answer your query as whatever I have understood, right? Is it
Yes,
clear?
that sounds, yeah, that's clear.
Yeah, okay. So anyone
Can you
else
hear
has
me?
any question?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, please tell me.
No. I previously I was answering you, but I think you couldn't hear me. That's why.
Yeah, I was not able to hear. Okay.
Yes, it's clear now. This entire process is clear.
So currently, do companies use waterfall? Because that's the very big drawback companies have.
It's like see the different project. It depends on the project. If we have very small project, let's say for 4-5 months, and where the requirements are very clear, we don't have any problem with the requirements. Everywhere the stakeholder is very clear about the requirements, that no boss, I want this to be done,
Okay.
like. So in those cases, we prefer to go for waterfall.
But not in major companies. It's just for a little very easy to go project kind of things.
Yes.
Okay.
It is like very simple projects, which you know that they'll not have much requirement changes in between. So those kind of projects we prefer to go with the waterfall.
Okay.
If we have like a small doubt on this, like in future we may get the requirement changes, or the stakeholder is not clear about the requirements, like he just has the idea that I want to go for an e-commerce site. That this is what he has explained you in the starting of project. Yeah, that my idea is to create an e-commerce site. Okay. So now the next question, what all things you need in this? Okay, so I want some admin rights to work on, and I want the payment options like cash on delivery, and debit card and credit card, and the very limited categories, let's say only for fashion and nothing else. Okay, so in these kind of requirements, where you know that the stakeholder is not very clear with the requirements, and he just has the like small idea in his mind, and he wants to develop on this. So those kind of projects we prefer to go with the agile.
Okay.
Where we have very clear requirements, then we go for the waterfall.
Okay.
Because we know that the once he has given you the requirement, then we will not get much changes into requirement, so we can go for the waterfall.
Yes. Before taking this training, I was thinking waterfall and agile, they are same things. But now I know the difference. Okay, waterfall is a different, agile is different.
Totally different things.
Because in the job descriptions, they always mention we need someone with experience in waterfall, agile. And I've never seen the comma in between. So
Okay.
I was in the think like waterfall bhi chahiye, agile bhi chahiye, hai kya cheez ye? बट
Okay.
अब समझ में आ रहा है कि क्या चीज है ये.
Okay, okay. So, and the myth is there for the agile that we don't have all these phases in the agile. It's a myth.
Mhm.
We do have all these phases in agile as well. Okay. But in waterfall, what happens? Like in waterfall, we have these phases for few months, maybe for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. The each phase will take minimum a month, and depending on the project. Okay, but in agile, we have this for few hours. Okay, so in the one iteration, we go through these phases for multiple times, and these phases work on parallel way. It is not like they are in a sequence. They work in a parallel fashion. I'll explain you that in detail. Don't get confused now. Okay. So if this is clear, so we can move ahead. And I'll just give you the gist of agile. What is agile? Okay.
Sure, I'm clear about this.
Okay. Anyone else has any question? Okay, I'll take it as no. Okay, so we'll go ahead. So introduction of agile. So what is agile? It's not the methodology, not the framework, nothing. It's the mindset. Whenever you start something, you first prepare your mind to work in that way, right? In your general day-to-day life, if you want to travel somewhere or you want to change something in your life, what will you do? You'll set your mind first, right? Like the way you all have decided to change your career, your profession, right? So what you have done first, you have set your mind first that you want to come out of your comfort zone and you want to face some challenges in your life, correct? So you all have first set your mind. The same way agile works. Agile says, I am not a methodology, not the process, not a framework, nothing. I am a mindset. You first set your mind to work as per my guidelines. Okay, so it's a mindset. It's a mindset which has 4 values. Okay, I told you in the early of the session that agile is based on the general human behaviors. Okay, so as a person, as a human, have the values in their life and the principles and in their life, the same way agile has the values and principles in their life. Okay, and also when you decided to change your career to your profession, at that time what you have done, you have certainly changed few things to proceed further in your new career, right? And what will you do? You have set some rules for you. You have set new new day-to-day routine and everything, and then what are you doing? You are practicing it a lot, right? The same way agile works. Agile has the mindset which has 4 values, 12 principles, and lots and practices. Okay, are you able to relate these things with your general behavior?
Yes.
Okay, so today we'll not move much into this. We'll just explain you these things only, and I'm not going to give you like a burden on your like mind that you won't be able to sleep. Okay, as you people are new to this industry, I'll keep it very short and simple for today. Okay, so what is agile? If someone talks to you and says that agile is a methodology or framework or a process, please stop him or her then and there that no, boss, it's not a methodology, not a process, not a framework. It's a mindset. And agile is very easy. It's not like it's very difficult. It's easy. First thing is you need to opt it in your routine. Okay, that's why it's a mindset. You need to set your mind to work as per the agile guidelines. It's very simple. It has 4 values, not much. It has 4 values and 12 principles and lot many practices. Okay, so I'm stopping here only. If anyone has any question till now, you may please go and ask questions to me.
I think we are able to understand what you have mentioned, but you said agile is not a methodology.
Yes.
Am I pronouncing it correct?
Yeah. It's not a
Okay.
methodology.
It's not okay. So when we go for interview and if the interviewer asks this question and we says, boss, this is a mindset, वो तो वही निकाल देगा हमको.
नहीं
नहीं?
नहीं नहीं
Okay.
निकालेगा. Because
Because
what happens, agile agile is very simple, but it has some technical words.
okay.
And people will make you confused with the terminologies. Okay, so you need to stick with your answers. No, it's not like that. And if you if you want to see more about the agile in Scrum, you can definitely search on go and visit scrumalliance.org. Okay, it's the founders site where you can find each and everything about the agile and Scrum. Okay, and if you say like no, it's a mindset, the interviewer will not take it otherwise. He is trying to analyze you, how much you know about the agile. Because if you go into the market and see, so every second person will say, yeah, I know agile, it's very simple. And there are so many myths of agile. Okay, the first thing is you mentioned here. Everyone will say, waterfall is a methodology, and this agile is also a methodology. But it's not like that. Agile has multiple frameworks within it. The practices I mentioned here, these are nothing but the frameworks like the Scrum. Okay. In other word, I'll tell you, agile is like an umbrella. Okay. And Scrum, you may have heard about Kanban.
Yeah, Kanban theory.
Yes, and lean programming.
Yes, I have heard about it, but I'm not able to remember what exactly they do. But yes, I know these terms.
Yes, extreme programming. These all are the spike of Agile's umbrella. Okay. Agile is an umbrella, and Scrum, XP, extreme programming, lean, and Kanban, these all are the spike of that umbrella.
So these all are the practices.
Yes, these all are the practices or framework. You can say
Okay.
framework. So Agile is not the framework. Scrum is the framework.
Okay.
Kanban is the framework. XP is the extreme programming is also called as XP.
So Scrum is also a practice.
Yes, Scrum is also a practice.
Okay. So Scrum comes under Agile.
Yes. The
Oh.
second myth about the Agile and the Scrum. The people are confused with the Agile and Scrum relationship.
Yes.
And you may be asked you may ask this question during your interview, that what is the relation between Agile and Scrum? When interview
Agile. Okay, so we can answer it. Agile is a mindset and Scrum
Mhm.
is a practice of Agile.
Yes, you can say like that, or you can say like the other way. Agile is an umbrella and Scrum is one of the spike of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Agile is the world within which Scrum XP lives. Okay.
Okay. So I may be wrong, but
Mhm.
why, like, Agile is a bigger picture. Okay.
Because I told you that Agile is made up of the collection of general human behaviors
Yes.
in different situations. So
Yes.
as per the one similar situations, Scrum has been introduced.
If you don't mind, may I know the definition of Scrum? What exactly Scrum means?
I'll tell you in next session. Don't worry on that part. I'll tell you the Scrum in detail.
Okay.
Our topic is basically Scrum. Why I am introducing Agile? Because people are confused with the Agile basic things. So that's why whenever I start teaching about the Scrum, I used to start with Agile only.
Okay.
First, I clear you the doubts of Agile, then we'll move on to the Scrum.
Okay, so as you mentioned, Kanban, Lean, Scrum, they all are the practices. So when we are going for an interview, we will be portraying that we know Scrum, we don't know Kanban. It's not necessary that we should know all the practices or we need to know all the practices.
No, it's not necessary.
It's not necessary. Okay.
It's not necessary.
Okay.
I am working as a Scrum Master. I know Scrum in depth.
Okay.
But I don't know Kanban and Lean in depth. I know how they work. I know the basics of the XP and Kanban.
Okay.
But I am not expert of that.
Okay. Okay.
And I am into Agile or Scrum for last 10 years.
Okay.
So it's not like you have to know all the spikes of all the practices of Agile. Whatever you know, you should be expert into that.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. So if interviewer says that, tell me about the Agile methodology, you may stop him or her like, no, boss, it's not the methodology, it's a mindset.
Okay.
Or in a polite way, you can say, in my views, or as much as I have learned about the Agile is not the methodology, it's mindset. It's a mindset.
Okay.
In a polite way, you can say that, boss, you are wrong. Okay.
Okay.
And it's just the matter of like, the person is trying to analyze you, how much you know, what is your level of understanding in Agile. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Welcome. And Agile or Scrum works like whenever you get interviewed for these things, all the questions would be like situation based, or they will try to confuse you with so many technical words.
Okay, yes. I do have other questions, but let's wait. And once you complete the chapter, then maybe I'll ask. Otherwise, it will confuse everyone.
Yes. Yes, let's go slowly
Yeah.
and grasp the things in a better way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions? No. Okay. I have one request to all of you. Like our next session would be day after tomorrow.
No, it's tomorrow,
Yeah. Sorry. Tomorrow. Sorry.
Monday.
Yeah. Sorry. Tomorrow. But after that, is it okay if I give you a holiday on Wednesday, and we'll take the Wednesday's class on Sunday, on
But
Saturday.
already we have classes on Sunday.
Saturday. I am getting confused with the timings. Sorry. Okay. So instead of Wednesday's class, can we take your class on Saturday?
Both the days it will be little tight actually, Saturday and
Actually, we
Sunday.
have a pre-planned
Yeah.
Okay.
ahead of
Actually,
time. Saturday night is
why?
usually empty, so already pre-planned something.
Okay, why I'm asking you this, because I have some casualty happen at my home, and so due to which I need to travel on Wednesday. So that's why I was asking you if we can skip it and cover it up on Saturday. It's
Maybe
okay, we can.
we can take it on Thursday because we don't have class on Thursday, or we can
No,
do it.
Wednesday,
No,
Thursday,
usually on
both the day.
Tuesday, it seems.
Wednesday,
We can take
Thursday,
it on
both the.
Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday if you want.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
So,
fine.
because
Okay.
Saturday, that will be like kids also needs a day. So Sunday is also
Yes.
busy and they are already complaining.
Yeah, I do understand this. I also have 2 kids, so
Yeah, so we can
I
do
do
like this.
understand.
We have a class today, we have a class on Monday, and you can take the class on Tuesday if it's okay with you. And if it's okay with
Okay.
everyone.
Okay. So please let me know by tomorrow whether it's okay to have the session on Tuesday. We'll go on that. We'll work on that.
Okay.
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 I am okay to have the class on Tuesday.
Me too. I'm also okay.
Okay.
Same
So
here.
everyone else, please give your consent by tomorrow, or you may please give your consent on the WhatsApp group also. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay on Tuesdays too. Tuesday too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, so
Thank
if
you.
no one has any question, so we can call it a day, and we can meet again tomorrow.
Sure.
Vijayji?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Richa, Rudra is having a question.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rudra, please.
Yes. No, I didn't have a question exactly. I'm just saying I'm sorry to hear that, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. Okay, so
I
Ravindra ji.
wish you the same.
Thank you, please.
Ma'am, you can also end the session. You are the host. You can do
Okay.
anything.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So have a
I was
great
just thinking, I was just
day.
The
trying to
wonder
understand.
is today's Ravindra sir is totally quiet.
No, I'm a,
Like us.
First time
Because I'm
Ravindra ji is on silent mode.
I'm
Yeah.
normally I normally do all the bug. Now I'm in a silent mode. I feel good about it.
तो हम
How
बोल
was it
सकते हैं
being
रविंद्र
us,
जी आप भी
Ravindra
चुप
ji?
रहते हो.
How was it being us? हम
नहीं,
जैसे
बहुत-
होने के बाद कैसा लग रहा है?
गला खराब नहीं होता है. Part of that. Me, I enjoy this also. Means I learned from really great guys, and Richa is really doing great. Means I'm lucky to have great mentors. Believe me, and it makes your life easy to learn. It makes your life easy to grow. That's how I feel it. And let's try to understand in depth, and let's walk it. That's how I'll see it.
Sure. So let's.
Ravindra ji is very experienced person, and he has so many things to share with us. That's why he never keeps on like silent mode.
Yeah, and
He
sometimes I
talks too
feel
much.
that
No,
he when
this is
takes the
diplomatic way
classes.
of saying he doesn't shut up.
No. Sometimes like he's so involved that he
No, no,
keeps
no
on
problem.
continuing the classes, right? So at that time I feel like maybe he's symbolizing his wife that making a tea process, he's explaining everything. I feel like he's signaling his wife, make tea for me.
No, no, no. Nothing like
No,
I do like making tea. I do like because everybody has their personal favorites, right?
Yeah,
Even
your favorite is
better half,
tea. We
yeah.
got
So
it.
even in better half, I like ginger. My wife don't like ginger, and so on and so forth. So there are some favorites. So whenever you make tea, you'll make whatever you like at the best, right? So this also
Yeah.
happens. Whenever you are in a management chair, you'll do the best. That's what you feel the best, right? That's how you learn up. And in BA, the best part is basically this is an art, right? We use our brain maximum. Even the methodology, frameworks, and the mindset overall, it strict to us, but it's an environmental factor for us, right? So as in BA, I'm an artist. I'm painting a picture. I'm painting a vision. That's the most crucial part here. And other things are just supporting for us. But if you go to development, you have the framework to follow, methodologies to follow. You have to be in those limited areas. That's what I'm on to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So any questions, do shoot a WhatsApp message, and that'll be more than enough for us to reply.
Yeah, we can reply on that as well.
Sure,
If you
sure,
have any kind of question, you can post it on WhatsApp also.
sure,
Okay.
Richa.
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Richa
Good
and
night.
Ravindraji.
Bye
Good
bye.
night,
Take
guys.
care.
Bye.
Bye.
Pleasure
Bye.
meeting you.
Bye.
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
Right.
Hello.